The example on page 2 is asking you, what are the other two ways that you can show the division of 1 divided by 2 without using the division symbol? Now, I'll tell you what, it's just easier if you think you know, I'll have you come up here and actually do it because it's hard to kind of explain it. Right, come on. I don't know, maybe if it's, I'm curious. There's one way that I'm particularly curious about, whether you remember it from a couple weeks ago or not.
Over that.
We already have a division symbol though, so that's, you almost close, you're close. Because it has something to do with that line. Okay, the little house, I guess, the Gesindte house is one way. The only thing is, did you notice what he did wrong?
Yeah.
1 divided by 2.
Yeah.
Right, you have to reverse it if you're going to do it that way. So, but that is one of the ways. Only difference is that 2 has got to be outside of the house. So let me just rewrite it. Okay, that's one of the ways of doing it. This second way, though, is really the more important way. You want to try it? Sebastian kind of gave us a head start because he started to do it, and then, yup, that's it. Except order matters. Yes. Yeah, flip it. Yup. Or rewrite it. It looks like a fraction, doesn't it? That's why you're going to learn. You're going to begin to learn that division and fractions are so closely related. Okay? The way that you read this, you read it from top to bottom. And this little line that he made, you kind of read it out loud as the words divided by. So as you say, 1 divided by 2. Now the interesting thing is if you do 1 divided by 2, you wind up with an answer of 1/2. That's why they're kind of connected. All right. So like 3 divided by 5. 3 over 5. 3 divided by 5, if you go into the Gesindte method and long division, the answer is 3/5. Or, what would that be as a decimal? What do you remember? 3/5. Fraction families. 0.6. Okay? Alright, so, let me see if you remember this. First of all, write this. Then in between, write the words dividend, squeeze it in there, and divisor. Okay. With the house method, can you draw an arrow? Do you remember which is the divisor and which is the dividend?
Yeah.
Who wants to come up and draw the arrow? Nate, come on up, buddy. You have a 50-50 shot. Dividend. How many people agree? Dividend is 2. Divisor is 1. Uh-oh. You have it reversed. Wait. Easiest way to undo. Let me go. Yeah. So that way we don't have to erase what we do need. Reconnect. Yes. How did you remember it? All right, dividend. Den is inside the house. That's a good way to do it. Okay. So, and that doesn't switch. Dividend, no matter how you line it up, the 1 is always the dividend. The divisor is always the 2. Okay? So make your connections there. This is the one that gets the star, though, because from here on out, you can't use division symbols anymore when you do algebraic expressions. You're going to use what's called the division bar. Yeah. Okay, what about this? I bet you know number 3. Is 1 divided by 2 the same as 2 divided by 1? Everybody agree it's no?
Nope.
Order matters, you're going to get different answers. 2 divided by 1 is? 2 divided by 1 is? 2 divided by 1 is 2. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. What other operation does order matter? Go.
Subtraction.
Yes, subtraction. 1 minus 2 would not be the same as 2 minus 1. You all caught up? Or let me do this. Still have enough there up top.
There was another way that you showed us, that it was like something divided by, like 10 divided by 50, right? And you put a line, and then you would write the answer at the bottom. It was something like that.
Did it initially look like this, though?
It was,
Help.
I think on top it was about 10 and then it was a line.
Yeah, that's like 5. It looked like this.
PEMDAS, maybe.
Yeah.
Was the underlining representing PEMDAS, what order of operations and what operation to do? Yeah, don't get it confused. You're right, but it's not the same. That's just showing you what you should do. The line itself does not equate as, in that case, as a divided by. Okay. All right. So from here on out, we're going to refer to this fraction bar, and use the translation that when you see it, you actually use the words divided by. So for instance, and you don't have to write this down, if I want to do 3 divided by 4, no longer do I do this, I'll do 3 divided by 4. The other way that you can read it as, ready, watch me, the quotient of, pointing to the bar, of 3 and 4. Okay, the order is always going to read from top to bottom if that helps you. Whether I use the quotient of or divided by, read it from top to bottom. How would you do this one? Don't have to write it down. How would you read that out loud? Jen.
The question of 7.
Or
7 divided by.
Or 7 divided by 14. How would you do this? By the way, what's the answer? 14 divided by 7 would be 2, but not 7 divided by 14. Remember, you're getting a smaller number being divided by, or a larger number being divided by a smaller number being divided by a larger number, so you're going to get an answer that's less than 1. What fraction is this? What is it? Got another question for you. If you had to reduce this, what does it reduce to? 7/14 is an equivalent fraction for what fraction? 1/2. So 7 divided by 14 equals 1/2. You could also say 7/14. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not simplified. You could also say, what is a decimal? 0.5. All equivalent. All good. However, where this is leading to, how do you read that? Oh. A divided by 2. Can we come up with an answer? No, we can't. I'd have to give you a value for A, right? So right now it's an open expression that cannot be evaluated. That's how you would read it. Okay, let's move on. Because I have to give the value of A as 1. I have to tell you the value of A. Okay, if I give you the value of A as 1, then you're right, 1/2. What if I tell you the value of A is 4? 4 divided by 2. Don't say over. Don't say over. And what's 4 divided by 2? Because now you can do it. No.
2.
Right, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, if the bigger number is up top, you can come up with an answer that's greater than 1. All right, example 2. Write an expression showing the quotient of A and B 2 different ways. Well, first one, make it the division bar. And the second way, make the Gazinta house. Need somebody to come up and show me where A and B is going to go in both possibilities. All right, Squirt, come on up. Order matters. She's got to get this right. Step back, yes or no? So far, A divided by B. Switch it up. You call yourself. That's it. Is B the divisor or the dividend? Karst. Good. Therefore, A, see if I can think this way, is the dividend. Okay, so now we're back to what I had on the cover. You got it? Are you caught up?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a select few of these throughout the lesson, and then I'm going to leave you to... I forgot to write this down myself, otherwise I'm going to lose track. Hold on, let me pause the blog. Okay, we're going to do the first two at the bottom of page 3.
It's not 4.
Is it? Oh, it's only on one page for you guys? Oh, okay, no big deal. It's still the same problem though, 12 divided by 4. Again, this is one of those things, I need somebody to come up and write it. Because if I say, oh, 12 divided by 4, how would you write it? 12 divided by 4. If I just speak it, it doesn't help you. Abe. I may ask you to do both, because you can do the answers for these, but as you'll see as we progress, there will be no answer. First, how you would write it using the new division bar. Underneath or to the side. Good, right there. Hit it. 12 divided by 4. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, can you evaluate 12 divided by 4?
Yeah.
Certainly. What's 12 divided by 4? Put it in the answer bar. In the answer line. 3. All right, somebody to come up to do 3 divided by 5. Madison. Yes or no? Can you evaluate it? Certainly. You can evaluate anything with numbers. If there's variables, you can't.
No, it's just 3/5.
The answer is 3/5.
Yeah, that's not.
Sure. Yeah, it's confusing. Now, if you wanted to, I could also give you credit for the decimal equivalent of 3/5, which is what Ave, because we did it. Ave, you could say 3/5 or 0.6. It's both good. If you have a number being divided by a number, it doesn't matter which number is bigger. You can come up with an answer. Yes, sir. Well, now we're going to do exactly what the page tells you to do, which is page 5 odds. Now, I think, double check, is your page 5 the same as mine?
Yeah.
Is it this, 11 through 18? Okay, so we're going to do the odds together. Okay, a little different, but the same idea when we write it out. Stick, come up here and do A divided by 6. Okay, can it be evaluated? No, now you got it. I'm just going to slide it up so we have room. Okay, 13, because we're doing odds only. The quotient of C and D. Remember, we're doing odds only. Okay. First, yeah, 13, the quotient of C and D. Is it correct? Okay, good. 15. They're going to get a little bit harder now, as you'll see. If you need help, I'll talk you through it. Y divided by the difference of 3 and A. Try it? Go for it. Close. Order matters. Read it. Do it the exact way it reads. Because you're going to go from top to bottom. That's it. Y divided. Watch how I say it out loud. It's going to make sense. It reads exactly the way it appears in the sentence. Y divided by, because that's what this translates as, the difference of 3 and A. So that's good. 17. The quotient of G times H, pause, and N plus 5. Break it down into pieces. Cars, try it. It does help you to chunk it. Chunk it means put it into groups. Is that correct? Let's see. Is G times H, GH? And plus you get a bonus point because you remembered not to put a little dot or a little time symbol. You put those two letters together, that's impressive. Is this bottom M plus N plus 5? Is it showing the quotient of G times H and M plus N plus 5? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay? Go get a candy top drawer because you took it to a new level. This right here, if I asked you to do that or anybody else or Carson 3 weeks ago, she wouldn't have come to that level. So this is impressive. You're remembering now. You put those two letters together, man, it's times. You don't need a symbol anymore. Couldn't have written it better than myself. Is that it for this page?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so now you guys, and I think you have plenty of time to get this done, you are doing the rest of page, help me out, Meals, 4, and the evens on page 5. No, do it on your own. It saves time. Not anymore. More.